Come on, just give another shout out for like those amazing messages. So, what's up, everybody? How's everyone doing? Great. Worship was amazing. Everything was amazing. I want to just start my message just with a prayer, real quick. Everybody, just close their eyes. Heavenly Father, I just pray that you just touch everyone's hearts, Father God, with the messages and the words that you brought to us through, Father God, that somehow, in some way, that they touch the people out here. Just thank you, love you, amen. So, I'm going to open up with a question. We all know the thing, start over. What does it mean, though? What does it really mean to start over? Okay. See, when we went up to camp and had that amazing, splendid time with each other, with God especially, we started over. We had that opportunity. We seized it to start over. We came back different. Something changed inside of us. Sorry, I might get tongue twisted. We came back with something inside of us. We went up there with struggles, burdens, hurts, loss, defeat, to that breaking point. To the point where we're like, I'm done. I'm done being a Christian. I'm done with it. I can't do it anymore. But we still went up there. The crazy part is that not only did we leave those burdens at that mountain, we left it at the altar at that mountain. Let me just give you this. Psalms 55:22. Give your burdens to the Lord, and He will take care of you. He will permit the godly to not slip and fall. Right there. It says it right there. I don't really need to go over it again, but I know I have to because we're all young. So Matthew 11:28. Then Jesus said, "Come to me, all who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." Like literally, it's there. Like we just need to open our word, and it's there. It tells us we need to go to that altar and just give us our burden. Give Him our burdens. He's gonna give us rest of it. See, we came back new. We came back ready. We came back prepared. We came back different. That's start over. See, we were more knowledgeable than we were before we got up there. Most of us came back from camp and had school the following week. If you did it, lucky. I'll tell you that right now. I was ready the next day. A lot of our friends, they have this routine. We had this routine. We might still have this routine. We wake up 6:30, 7:30, 5:30. I know some people take like 2 hours to get ready for school, but it's okay. I feel you. Our schedules: go to school, go to their 7 classes, in between lunch and break. After that, we go home or we play sports. And then after that, homework and sleep. It's those things we do continually. We have a constant path we take. We keep walking, we keep going that same way. When just that daily routine it's not healthy. We need a change in our life. We need that start over. So, but maybe some of us, we took that, we seized that opportunity. We got ourselves involved in hubs. We opened our word every morning. Maybe we read one scripture and just that set our whole day. We were on fire the rest of the day. But not a lot of us do that. Maybe some of us are scared. Maybe some of us are like, I don't have time. I can't do that. Oh, I'm going to be late to school. It takes, maybe 5-10 minutes to get one good word in and just let it touch your heart. That's all it takes. Sometimes we're just honestly, as teenagers, we're lazy. We're straight bums. I swear, I binge watch Netflix, all day, and I don't have no shame whatsoever, at all. I'll be on Stranger Things and just yeah, I'm not getting up anytime soon. But, see, the point I'm trying to get at here is that there was a change. A change. Let that sink in, a change. We took that opportunity to really start over. We came back knowing more. We came back more aware of what tempts us. What got us lost in the first place. What had us slip. I'm not saying that, you're not going to slip, you're not going to mess up. We're human. We're not this perfect, Kim Kardashian, that they don't post her mistakes. They just post all the good stuff. Yeah, keep it up. I'm not going to go there. But we came back prepared. See, we began a new chapter in our life. But that new chapter, I don't really want to, erase chapter, we started a new book. See, when you start a new chapter, it's different. It's that same book you're in. When you throw away that book and you start that new book, it's different. Let me read something to you. So we all know how Peter denied Jesus 3 times. Well, that's in John 18. If we go a little farther, John 21, 15, 16, it says this. After breakfast, Jesus asked Simon Peter, Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these? Yes, Lord, Peter replied. You know I love you. Then feed my lambs. Jesus told him. Jesus repeated the question, Simon of John, do you love me? Yes, Lord, Peter said. You know I love you. Then take care of my sheep. Jesus said again. 3rd time, he asked Simon. He said, ask him, Simon, son of John, do you love me? Peter was hurt that Jesus asked him this question 3 times. There was a reason though. See, those 3 times he asked him, he was looking for something. Peter, when he first denied Jesus, he was more, before he did, he was more like, I ain't gonna die for you, Jesus. I'll die for you, Jesus. Don't worry, don't trip. Hey, ride or die, homie, what's up? But we all know what happened. In the end, when it came to that time, 3 times denied him. No hesitation, just denied him. That's crazy. See, Jesus was looking for the agape love. Peter replied with the filial love. That means a love, a brotherly love. Not like a I'll die for you kind of love. And obviously we see that. See, Jesus was looking for that. 3 times he asked him. But he didn't get that. See, the reason why I have this story in here is because Peter knew that the love he had for Jesus wasn't that ride or die love. He replied with the filial love. See, Peter had that chance to start over. He was able to figure out what was in him, what mistakes he made before, and how he was so prideful. Yet he found humility in the end. So that's what he replies. See, Peter learned for the first time when he denied Jesus 3 times that the love he had for Jesus wasn't that agape love, but rather filial. What's happening here, Peter now knows that mistake he made. We know our mistakes. I'm not saying dwell in the past. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying you know what you did wrong the first time. You know what you got yourself into. Now, to start over, the second come around, maybe 4th or 5th, you have that chance to make it right, to do better. See, let me tell you something about the word start over. This is really cool. When I got this, I was like, oh my God. See, start over. Right here, it's 2 words. The word start means this, a place of beginning, point A, going forward. Word over means a higher level, extending directly up. See, the cool thing is when you put those words together with those definitions, you can get the word beginning higher. We had that higher beginning. It's amazing. Oh my God, I'm thirsty. Along with this, now knowing that we have a higher beginning, also means forgetting our past mistakes. I know I said, oh, but you should remember what you did in the past. I said that, but I didn't say, oh, you have to go back, and now that you went back, you have to stay there, because that's what you did. I'm saying, learn from your mistakes. Our teachers tell us this all the time. Learn from your mistakes. You take a test, you get like, what, a 55? And they're like, learn from your mistakes. It's not that hard, but we make it hard. And Netflix is a blank for that too, just gonna say that. See, if God forgot our mistakes, why do we gotta remember them? If he is willing to be like, in the past, forget it, it's done, bye. Why do we gotta go and say, I can't do this because I did this before? I can't improve my walk with God because I was over here before, right? See, we need to remember, even Max said this, don't let one downfall dictate your future. A lot of us do that. We let one wrong thing we do dictate our future. It's not what the devil wants. It's not his future. It's our future. See, I'm currently taking a chemistry class. I'm a sophomore right now. I just changed schools. Everything's different for me. life was tough. Like, life is like still working for me over there. But let me get into it. I'm in chemistry. Chemistry, it's very complicated. I struggle all the time with it. Man, I stress so much when the tests come around. Anyways, you deal with a lot of chemicals, a lot of mixtures, a lot of dangerous things. But you get a sheet of paper. You get step by step, procedure by procedure what you do. Now, you can follow this and still mess up. You can count something wrong, you measure wrong, you mix different wrong chemicals. Now, in chemistry, you can't undo that wrong thing. You have to go back and start over again. You have to start from where you began and then work your way to that point. Now, the cool part is when you get to that point, you know what you did wrong. You know that you mismeasured. So you're able to go past that. You're able to say, I know what I did wrong here, and I can let that stop me so I can go over here. So it's just starting over. Beginning higher, have that higher beginning, that higher knowledge of where you're going to start. So we mess up all the time. That sheet of paper, that represents the Bible. It's given to us what we got to do, what God has planned for us, how to deal with this, how to go through that, how to deal with temptations, how not to get lost in your own thoughts. Yet, we still mess up. See, now we have this start over. People who are up there at the camp, we seize this opportunity to really start over, to have that higher beginning. The worship team can come up here if you'd like. See, we were aware of what wrong situations we did. Evan and Joseph, come up here too. I'm going to begin to close right now. We started over. We had that higher understanding. Now, what does it mean to you? Start over. Now knowing what's going on. Now having all three messages spoken to you. What does it mean? See, the whole point was from changing your mind, the perspective on things. From looking at a half glass or a half cup of water, either half full or half empty. From the point what Joseph said. It's amazing. We know now this, but maybe we're still struggling. Maybe the camp we thought was enough, but it wasn't. Maybe we're still stuck. Maybe we're still lost. We don't know what to do. We're struggling still. We're like, God, I need your help. Look, maybe you haven't seized that opportunity to start over. Maybe you sought it out, but you never really grabbed it by the tail. The thing is that when you start over, you really start over, it's changing everything. Everything. You gotta do things differently. You gotta mess up that daily routine, that daily schedule that you continually used to follow, maybe you still do. If I can have everyone's eyes closed and head bowed. Maybe God's saying something to you. Maybe you feel this tug in your heart, this voice in your head, this chill down your back saying, that's me. I want that opportunity to start over, that opportunity to go higher, to have that higher level of beginning. If that's you, I want you to raise your hand. I want you to come up here so we can pray for you. It's tough. I was there. There was many times where there was an altar call and I wanted to start over, but I never did. I always thought, I can do it next time. I can do it next week. Another chance will come around. They never do. Maybe, or they do, but it's just like you fall short every time you wait. You slowly see yourself getting deeper into these lies and deceptions of that you're okay when you're not. Now please, if you need to be prayed for, maybe this is you, come up here, we'll pray for you. If you feel lost, hurt, maybe your perspective on things is not right. Maybe you see things wrong. You always see the worst of things. Maybe you're lost in your own thoughts at a time, come up here. So if the worship, the youth leaders can come up here as well. Just pray for them. Life's hard. Life's tough. Life's life. Please, just come up here. If you really need that prayer, just come up here. It's a lot of things that we go through. A lot of tough decisions we make at school. A lot of times where we fall short. But it's okay. We have that opportunity. We're forgiven. We can start over. Everyone wants to.
I just want to say that, maybe you feel like you're that person in that group of your friends that, you want to make a difference, and you want to be the person that expresses your faith about God, but you're hesitant or you're scared, or you care too much about what people think. You're like me, and you're so conscious of what everybody else is saying, but you're not listening to what God's saying. If that's you and you feel in your heart that maybe it's time for a change, maybe it's time to really start over. It's time for you to change your thoughts and the people that you hang out with. It's not going to be easy, like we said. It's not going to be easy. But there's people here that really want to support you and encourage you and guide you through your walk with God. You see how me and the guys, we get together and we talk almost every day, and we want to encourage each other and lift each other up, because we know that life is not easy. It's not tough, especially in this generation, in this day and age. School, it's very tough. There's so much temptation around us. But you have to be that person that wants to be the change and be the light in your schools and your families. If you're the only one coming here to church, the only one that wants to serve God, you be the light. You be the one that changes your direction. And I just want to invite you up, or maybe, if you got to make yourself uncomfortable, because that's a daily sacrifice we have to do. Is we have to be uncomfortable. We have to be comfortable being uncomfortable, because if we don't, we're just going to stay in the same place every single day of our lives, and we're not going to feel the move of God. Everybody else is going to be moving, and they're going to see great moves of God. But if you don't make a sacrifice, if you don't say, God, I'm willing to accept you, or God, I want to make that change, you're going to stay in the same place and you're not going to be a part of the movement. So don't be that person. Amen. I just encourage you guys to get out of your seat or just make that sacrifice. Amen.
I just want to say something. If there's something holding you back for asking forgiveness, it's guilt. And all you have to do is tell God that you need forgiveness, and He'll give you forgiveness, and your problems are gone. Maybe that's you tonight. Maybe you feel like, no, I'm not. I've done too many bad things. I can't do that. I'm not good enough. It's all it is guilt, and all you have to do is just take that one step of God will forgive me, and He will. It's amazing what God can do if you just have faith and just look in the right direction and know that He's going to do amazing things. Sometimes you might not see it. Sometimes everything might look bad, but all you have to do is have faith, and it will come through. He will.